Good morning, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I can tell you that my morning contemplative time was all about joy and happiness. And I know that I felt the luxury of being able to contemplate on this amazing awareness of joy and happiness. And I wondered how many people actually take the time to do such a thing. It seems like such a simple idea, but I think a lot of people do not take the time to think about the things that bring them joy and happiness. But while I was contemplating this, I remembered a speaker from a conference that I had seen a few years ago, and he really impressed me. So his name was Matthieu Ricard, and he is a French philosopher and Buddhist monk. And I thought he was just phenomenal in terms of his presentation. He was so joyful in his sharing of quite factual information, but also a way of life that he was encouraging. And I was very, very drawn to his style and mannerism. And I have to tell you that because of all of that thinking, of course, it's his quotations that came to mind to share with you today. So, the first quotation I wanted to share is: to love oneself is to love life. It is essential to understand that we make ourselves happy in making others happy. To love oneself is to love life. It is essential to understand that we make ourselves happy in making others happy. And I believe that. So I know that that conference time, I had such a luxury of meeting a number of the speakers just by serendipity. And for him, I can tell you that it was such a strong desire for me to actually meet him and even just to say hello and let him know how much I liked his presentation. And as he was leaving, I noticed that his car was waiting for him, and I just happened to be in the area. I had no idea that was where he was going to be leaving from. So I can tell you that most of the speakers were leaving very discreetly, and I again was so happy to see that his car had arrived to pick him up, and he was just walking to get to it. And I thought, what a fantastic opportunity I have to speak with him and say hello and let him know what I thought. And I rushed to the car only to have his protection, his bodyguards, his security that stopped me in my tracks and said, "Oh, he's on his way. You can't see him." And he happened to hear this little conversation that was happening a little bit of distance away from him. And he pointed to his security and said, "It's okay, one more, it's okay." And he had spent some time speaking with various people from that conference or who had attended the conference. And here he was just trying to leave. And he let me come and take a picture with him and have just a few words with him. And I have to tell you, I think this was seeing his action based on some of the thinking that he's spreading. I have no doubt that he knew how happy he made me. There was no doubt that I could have even hidden how happy I was about that experience. And one can say, it says here that we make ourselves happy and other people in making others happy. And he was just making himself happy. And I love that. I love that. I have no doubt that he knew how happy he had made me. And so today I would love for you to sit down and think for 5 minutes about, is there one thing that you do either regularly or you have a plan to do each day to make someone else happy? Not yourself, but someone else. Because true happiness does come from making others happy. What can you do today that will bring some happiness to another person? This is what I would love for you to contemplate yourself and to put your thoughts, words, and actions into action. And I will leave you with one more quotation by Matthieu Ricard. And this quotation says, "As long as a sense of self-importance rules your being, you will never know lasting peace." As long as a sense of self-importance rules your being, you will never know lasting peace. I will say that I totally agree with this, that as long as we're thinking of ourselves first, and that's self-importance, and that's ego, as you know, you do not get to experience lasting peace. And so today, I wish you peace. I wish you a happy and joyful day ahead with this intention to bring happiness to someone else that you either know or you have heard of or you can speak to or you can think about and send a prayer to. Do what you can to make someone else happy. I wish you a fantastic day ahead, and I hope you remember transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.